For me, nail biting used to be this big issue in my life, where I'd get punished by my parents who tried to get rid of it on me, where I was ashamed to show my nails in public or even expose my hands, which limited me in school tasks, daily tasks, and in social events, all those things. And despite the guilt and shame I had in those moments, it still was so difficult to quit nail biting. Whenever I started biting my nails, I would completely be lost in the action of it. I'd either completely unconsciously do it, or if I noticed myself doing it, I was unable to stop doing it because it was so difficult to make that choice in that moment. Now, what has changed for me since then? I began with recognizing myself chewing more often. That was the first step I went through. I did this by noticing patterns, writing down when I chewed, when I was after the action of chewing, seeing my destroyed nails again, and actually noting down, oh, okay, I did this in my bed now whilst watching something, or the other time was when I was at my computer playing some games. And by recognizing the pattern, I was more aware of it overall. All the activities I did in daily life, through raising this awareness, I was able to notice myself chewing more often, which then gave me the ability to take steps against it. I tried things for 2 years. In the first few months, I tried not chewing through discipline, which totally didn't work out. And after time, I put myself through little games. This looked like, hey, I'm going to start not chewing on my little fingers on both hands, then extended that to the ring fingers, middle fingers, and so on. That worked quite well. I sometimes had setbacks, so nails would grow. After 3 months, I'd totally chew them off again. All of them, both hands. But there were those initial successes, which I stuck onto and laid other things on top. And quick note aside, I didn't change anything about my life circumstances. So it's not required to relieve yourself of all stress you have in life to get rid of the urge or whatever. Sure, that can help, but it's totally possible to deal with nail biting without completely turning your life around. The next things I did was look at how I'm able to prevent setbacks. One of the best strategies I found for that is being able to cut my nails before biting them off too much. When I realize that I am about to chew again, clean up the fringes I left behind, or get to chew something again, I take those nail clippers, cut my nail, make it a little shorter than I'd have to, so there's no material left over that I can chew on. And that leaves me with the ability to just quit it and accept that I can't chew anymore, or don't have to because I'm compelled to clean up fringes I left behind. The longer I did this, the easier it became to actually use discipline to not bite in certain situations, but also the amount of times I wanted to chew decreased. So it wasn't about, how can I fix the stress in my life to relieve myself of the urge, because, turning my life around wasn't really an option at that point, and I decided to live with the urge instead. It was more finding a way to have the urge persist and constantly come back, but deal with it in a way that it doesn't damage me. Sometimes it also helped to bite off a nail, but do it in a way that it doesn't damage the skin or that the nail doesn't rip itself too far into the finger, so that I can clean it up afterwards with a file or scissors. All in all, having the discipline to quit nail biting is very hard, but following these steps is quite simple and makes it much easier.